We successfully rooted over 50 plum trees from cuttings this year. In this video, we're going to show our method and success rate. Last year, we did a video where we successfully rooted just one methyl plum tree from 4 cuttings that we had. It was a small trial, but it proved it could be done. So this year, we decided to scale things up. We tried rooting 134 cuttings across 10 different varieties, and the results were surprising. In fact, one specific variety achieved an incredible 87% success rate. Today, I'm going to share our exact method and break down the detailed success rates across a variety of European and Asian plums. Our process started on December 26 when we harvested our plum cuttings and put them straight into a cooler kept at 37 degrees Fahrenheit. After 37 days in storage on February 1st, we prepped our pots by filling them with a damp Promix that was moist to the touch but not wet enough to drip when you squeezed it. And then we applied standard off-the-shelf rooting hormone to all the cuttings and stuck them in pots. From there, we placed all the pots in a protected outdoor area on top of a heat map, and that kept the soil temperature at about 10 degrees above the outdoor temperature. So the roots were warmer than the tops of the cuttings. A month later, on March 1st, once the threat of hard frost had passed, we moved the pots out into a completely unprotected area. Now, we learned last year that plum cuttings root incredibly slowly, so we made patience a key ingredient to this process and left them outside all the way until June before we finally checked the results. Now let's look at how they did, starting with European plums. And to be honest, most of these were a total bust. Italian prune plum, sugar plum, and Seneca plums all came in with no success. However, Imperial Epinus was a major exception, and it hit 55% success rate with 10 out of 18 of the cuttings successfully rooting. Now, the Asian plums performed significantly better, averaging a 60% success rate overall. Beauty came in at nearly 65%, with 11 out of 17 that rooted. Santa Rosa was the absolute superstar. It hit 87% success rate, giving us 7 healthy trees from 8 cuttings. Obelnaja also did fantastic at 75%, and Shiro came in about 33%. We also wanted to check to see if thickness or size of the cutting made a difference, so we used methyl plums for this test. For the standard thinner methyl cuttings, we had a 38% success rate, but for the larger, thicker cuttings, the success rate jumped to over 66%. So thicker wood definitely seems to give them rooting a major advantage. All in all, using this simple setup with 134 prune cuttings, wood that I was originally just going to throw away, we managed to produce 54 viable small plum trees. And the best part, there's no need to source separate rootstock, no need to pay for rootstock, and absolutely no labor-intensive grafting is required. All you really need is patience and a lot of cuttings. So my takeaway from this experiment is that if you're a home orchardist or a backyard nursery owner, you can save a ton of money and labor. Just simply take your leftover plum prunings from the winter, put them in pots on a heat mat, and you can harvest your own rooted clones by late spring. We'll definitely be back for more testing this winter or next year because we have a lot more plum varieties we want to try out. Thanks for watching, and everyone have a great summer.